This is just a really informal video to demonstrate two different ways to get third-party control information from BlueBridge Designer 2 software, because I believe Atlas IED does not currently have videos up for BlueBridge Designer 2. They just have the ones for the older version of it. So we'll just do this very quickly. The BlueBridge Designer software is open, BlueBridge Designer 2, and you can see that I've got a very simple design here. I wouldn't call it a design exactly. It's just barely enough to make this demonstratable. So I've got a BB88DT, which is a piece of hardware that I have physically beside me. I'll just go ahead and double-click to open it, and I'll double-click to open one of the modules in it. And then in order to give these things a name, I'll use the Control key on my keyboard. I'll hold Control, then left-click on the element I wish to configure, and then release the Control key. I believe that's Option on a Mac. Then we'll right-click and choose Create Third-Party Control Object Name, and we'll give this the name in1vol for input 1 volume. These cannot have spaces or special characters in them. And you can see the name is up here as well as what type of data it is, what its extents are, stuff like that. We'll press OK, and you can see that now a red dot appears in the top left corner that indicates that it has a name. We'll do that with a toggle as well, so I'll just go ahead and do that with the mute. Right-click, Create Third-Party Control Object Name in one mute. And I can name this anything, of course, as long as it conforms to the text standards. And so those both are named. We can close this if we wish. And you can see if we go up to Project and then Device Third-Party Control Elements, it demonstrates what those names are. We could rename them if we wanted to. It also shows what their control extents are, the same information that you saw in that little pop-up there. And then you could export to MS Excel if that was relevant to what you were working on. So go ahead and press OK. The next thing we can do here is we can click Load Design to the devices. I'll tell it I'd like to save it, but then I was actually lying. I'm just going to go ahead and not save it. Then we can tell it we'd like to load it to the device. In this case, I do, and we'll press OK. Thankfully, since there's not a lot to this design, it won't really take very long to load it to the unit. Just has to write to memory and cycle the little relays in there, and then it'll go. All right, we're online now. You can see the little polka dots disappeared from the back of the screen there. And we'll double-click on this and double-click on the input. And you can see those two with the dots on them are still present. So if we do the same little trick, we hold Control, left-click, and it's highlighted. Right-click, it'll say Display Native Control String. And that'll give us those strings in hex. So we have a read string that'll let us know what the value of that is, as well as a write string that'll let us give it a specific command. Now this specific command is relative to the position of it at this moment. So an example right now, it's at Unity. It's at 0, 0, and you can see that we've got 0, 0 right here. I'm not versed enough in hex, and I don't think this is just a straight hex to Unicode. I don't recall what the encoding is. I'm very sorry about that. But we've got this 0, 0, 0, 0 right here, and if we change this to, for example, -10, and then we do the same trick, we're going to show that this doesn't show 0, 0, 0, 0 anymore. Now it has this little string right here has changed. So that's the kind of parts of the element that will need to be changed if you're writing a driver for it. And we'll go ahead and press OK on this. And the same thing goes with the mute. If it's muted or unmuted, it's going to have a different string. So we'll demonstrate that. If I Control click it right now, unmuted, display the string. We'll see that it's got this value here, and I believe that these are again the ones that are going to change. Then I'll go ahead and press OK, click somewhere else. I'll mute that, and then we'll do the same trick. And you can see that now it's got an 01 in that last integer there. So that lets you see that it has changed right here. So that's how you display native control strings within BlueBridge Designer, or BlueBridge Designer 2, I should say. And those are two different ways to get access to it, whether you do the native control string or whether you do it through the control elements page right here. Hopefully that's been helpful. I apologize, I don't know enough about the other side of this bridge. I don't know, how to program Crestron or anything, so I don't know what that side looks like, but that's what this side looks like. Thanks.